Welcome back to CoinAgeEra, the world where every coin tells a timeless story and history breathes through metal. The year 1939 was one of the most remarkable years in human history, a year when the world stood on the edge of chaos as World War II erupted and the old empires trembled under the weight of change. While Europe burned in the fires of war, far away in British India, the rhythm of daily life continued, people buying, selling, working, and surviving, using small coins that quietly carried the mark of a vast empire. Among these coins was a tiny yet powerful piece of history, the British India 1/4 anna of 1939, minted. In the royal name of King George VI, this coin symbolized both power and oppression, both craftsmanship and colonial control. Struck in bronze, weighing 3.88 grams and measuring 25.4 millimeters in diameter, it bore the proud image of the British monarch, George V. King Emperor, on one side, while the other side displayed 1/4 Anna India 1939, engraved in elegant lettering surrounded by intricate floral design. But behind this seemingly ordinary coin lies a story that goes beyond its metal and design. It carries the voice of an India that was still enslaved yet already dreaming of freedom. In 1939, India was not just a colony. It was the jewel of the British Empire, the heart of trade, wealth, and manpower that fueled Britain's global power. When the war broke out, the British government declared India at war without even consulting the Indian leaders. This created a wave of anger and unrest among Indians, who had already been struggling for decades to reclaim their independence. The 1/4 Anna coin minted in this year thus became a silent witness to this tension. It passed through the hands of farmers in dusty villages, merchants in crowded bazaars, soldiers preparing for battle under the British flag, and young students who secretly dreamed of an independent India. Each hand that held it added a chapter to its story, a story of hardship, resilience, and unbroken spirit. The coin was a part of countless untold lives. It bought tea for tired workers, paid wages to soldiers, and helped families survive in uncertain times. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the symbolism it carries. The portrait of King George VI represented British authority, but to many Indians, it was also a daily reminder of their lack of freedom. The date 1939 stood not only for the start of a global war, but also for the final years of British dominance over India. Just a few years after this coin was struck, India's independence movement reached new heights. The Quit India movement of 1942, the growing demand for self-rule, and the rising voice of Mahatma Gandhi and countless others began shaking the very foundations of the empire. Yet, through all these monumental changes, the 1/4 Anna 1939 continued to circulate, unaware that it was becoming part of history itself. Each coin minted in Bombay or Calcutta held subtle details. Some had tiny mint marks like dots or diamonds beneath the date, symbols that now help collectors trace their origins. Today, these marks are precious clues to the story of its creation. Imagine the sound of those old presses striking, bronze blanks in the Royal Mint of Bombay, the rhythmic clanging echoing through hot, humid air as workers toiled to produce thousands of coins a day. None of them could have known that these coins would one day become historical artifacts, collected and admired around the world. Over the decades, as time passed, empires fell, and flags changed, this small coin survived, passed down through generations, hidden in old boxes, forgotten in drawers, rediscovered by collectors who now see it not just as metal, but as memory. The 1/4 Anna, 1939, carries with it the echoes of an era when India was still under foreign rule, when millions dreamed of the day their flag would rise high in freedom. That day came in 1947, just 8 years after this coin was minted. The empire that once ruled India crumbled, and the same image of King George VI that once symbolized power faded into the pages of history. Yet this coin remains a tangible bridge between two worlds, one of colonial rule and one of freedom. Holding this coin today feels like holding a fragment of that lost time. You can almost feel the stories etched into its surface, the sweat of laborers, the dreams of youth, the strength of a nation that refused to give up. It is not just bronze, it is courage cast into metal, a silent reminder that even the smallest things can carry the weight of great history. To a collector, the 1939 one-quarter Anna is priceless, not because of rarity alone, but because it embodies a time when the world was changing forever. It tells us that coins are not just for trade. They are storytellers, time travelers, and witnesses of human struggle and triumph. Thank you for journeying with us into the past. This is CoinAgeEra, where every coin lives, breathes, and tells the story of history itself.